Hi, I'm Larry Courtcamp, and this is Biz Pointz. This show talks about small business, the important technology, the important people, things that improve your business and make it better each and every day. Today, our guest is Blake Hale with WorkSuites. Thanks for joining us today, Blake.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
Create a stronger and more dynamic business. Larry Courtcamp, founding partner at the Courtcamp Group, talks with industry insiders about trending topics moving the needle for local business today. Here's your host, Larry Courtcamp.
WorkSuites. So you're a friend of the show, obviously. We utilize WorkSuites for our studios, for all of our shows, actually. So we're very familiar with what you do and how you do it, but most of our audience may not be. So our job today, you and I, is to introduce WorkSuites to those people that don't know much about it, or those that do know it. Let's tell them more about what we do. So WorkSuites, can we put in a nutshell what WorkSuites, what our purpose is, or what your purpose is?
Absolutely. So what our purpose is that we want to help businesses everywhere from entrepreneurs to small businesses to large businesses help get their businesses out there. We offer everything from business addresses to co-working to executive office suites. We really thrive on helping those small businesses and companies really utilize and expand their horizons of just working out of just the home.
And this has never been a more important time than it is right now. We have so many people, even those in the corporate world that are used to going into the office, that can no longer go into the office. Many of our offices are closed. They've been working from home. They've been doing everything they do in an unusual space. Sometimes the home environment is not the best environment for conducting business. So people are looking for possibly an alternative solution, which is what you provide. It's a way to have an outside office from the home, but maybe in a little bit more controlled environment, cost effective, located possibly near their homes. So it's definitely a great solution for exactly the work environment that we're in today.
Yes.
Part of what WorkSuites does well is flexibility. But when we say flexibility, what do we mean when we say flexible?
Absolutely. Flexible with our terms. So we don't require you to sign a long lease or anything with us. We offer everything from month to month, 3 month, 6 month, 12 month, and even 24 months. So it really, whatever you're comfortable with starting out with to get your business going is what we want you to be able to be comfortable doing.
Now, is that unusual in the marketplace? Obviously, you're not the only entity offering additional workspace. Is that an unusual relationship where you don't offer those, expect those long-term contracts?
So more of the long-term contracts are going to come with traditional office space. More of those big corporate buildings where we'll go in and we'll take a floor out and we'll make it into smaller offices to where we can offer solutions for the people that want something that they're nervous about signing those long-term leases and really want to sign something shorter.
What's included with what you do? Is it traditionally maybe a little single office, or are there other options that people can take advantage of?
So we offer different offices. We offer everything from just a plain business address that includes a phone. It gives you shipping, it gives you an address, professional business address where you could ship things to your business and you can ship out from there as well. We also offer everything from part-time space. Our hybrid co-working is a perfect example. It has a daily desk option where you can come in every day through the hours of 8 and 5:30 p.m. You can work in our daily desk room, or it even also comes with, depending on the package, 1 day a week to use a private office, 2 days a week to use a private office, or unlimited days in the month to use a private office.
As far as technology, I know we use it to its fullest extent, but what sort of technology comes with a space? Obviously, you get a phone. What else do they get?
So you get a phone. We provide internet. At our newer locations, you get a dedicated Wi-Fi, as the one here in Allen that you get. You also get furniture as well. You get 24/7 access.
You had mentioned the Allen location. Workspace, at least in the DFW Metroplex, has many locations. How many locations do you have here?
So here in the Dallas area, I believe we have 17 now. We are just starting on our new South Lake Center. And then we also do have 4 locations down in our Houston area as well.
Very well. So I know with our location, we love it because it's such a beautiful building.
Mhm.
When we bring a client into here, it's designed it's artfully designed. It's very high class for what we do. The workspace is wonderful. Do you find that that's an incentive not just for us, but your other clients as well?
Absolutely. The one thing that we do here at WorkSuites is we don't plaster our logo anywhere. So when a client that you have walks off that elevator and they walk onto our center, they think that you might have the whole center and that, you're this big hotshot company and that you have all these employees. That's one thing that we don't like to do is plaster our logo everywhere because we want them to think that, this is your floor.
That's very helpful for larger corporations if they want to have a secondary, maybe a large meeting room that they want to conduct a meeting in. I don't want to get away too far from our current situation with this, with the COVID issue and social distancing. And how's your business model changed in relation to our current situation?
Absolutely. With the current situation, I think a lot of companies are going to be finding that moving from traditional space to more of the executive style suites, flexible space is going to definitely boom here soon. We also have gone in creating these boxes that we can put in offices to help separate your employees if you're worried about them being too close. If you had more than 3 or 4 people coming into the office every day.
Like in a cubicle situation, when you say a box, how is that practically
No,
speaking?
so
What
we
does that
actually
mean?
went and built out these boxes. It's not a cubicle. You kind of slide them in between desks, and they have planters in the top, and then a piece of plastic, a piece of glass at the top that we that kind of separate you from the person next to you.
Interesting.
So it's not necessarily a cubicle.
Are there any common areas or common spaces that we can utilize?
Absolutely. So all our locations have common areas that you can use. And one of the great things about WorkSuites, let's say you're a member at our Allen location, but you need to go use a meeting room at one of our other locations. You can do that at no additional cost. It's just you have to pay a la carte for the meeting space, or you get allotted amount of hours per month with your office. And you can also go out there and use the common areas at those locations too if you wanted to go work out of there for the day.
Are there any other features or benefits regarding the lobby section? Is there a receptionist that we can utilize? Is there a live person when someone enters the building?
Yes, so there is a live person that sits at the reception desk. They'll answer phones acting like they're with your company. So you don't have to worry about them answering the phone saying, hey, welcome to WorkSuites. Or when there's a client that comes in, they have a live person to meet. So it's not just drop off, leave something and leave. They will greet you and make you feel definitely at home.
So we've talked about ways that you're different, obviously, from your competitors. Is there anything that we haven't touched on yet? Because we kind of focused on a few key areas. I know that the company started off, more in a traditional, maybe a family-owned business, and now we're growing. You're obviously more sophisticated today, and you're getting your name out there. Is there anything else that our audience needs to know that we haven't touched on yet?
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that we like to take pride in is the transparency. We were very transparent with our clients. We don't nickel and dime you. The price that you pay is the price that you're going to pay every month. The only thing that might change is if you use meeting room space a lot, if you send out your charge for postage, but that's about it. You're not going to get nickel and dime for coffee. We offer coffee to all of our clients and their clients as well. Free water. You get black and white color copies as well that we're not going to nickel and dime you for as well.
So it's an all-inclusive price.
It is an all-inclusive price.
Actually, it's very attractive. Too many places I know from experience they get you involved in the process, but then afterwards there's a lot of surprises that come along. I know our suites are very pretty and very very well suited for the clientele that we bring in here. So we're located in the Allen location. Are there any other key areas where those places do you have more locations in certain areas than others? Do you have locations downtown? How far, do you have anything in Sherman? How far outside the DFW marketplace do you go?
Yes, so we have locations in Las Colinas. We have locations in Grapevine, a brand new center that's going to be opening up here in a few months. South Lake, and also we have one out in Keller, Fort Worth. We have stuff in Uptown. Those are the main big areas. We have some in Plano. Down in the Houston area, we also have Woodlands, North Houston by the airport. We have one down by the Galleria, and we also have one in Sugar Land as well.
Very good. Security obviously is big to everybody in this company. And whenever we have a remote location, we're always concerned with security. Are there any security extras that you provide for a business?
So we lock the doors at 5:30 of the day. They unlock about 8 o'clock in the morning. So everything's secured. You get a lock and key to your office. The only people that will come in is janitorial services that will come and clean the office at night.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in a minute to talk some more with Blake Hale.
Strong business has always been the clear economic indicator. WorkSuites in Allen, Texas is just one of 18 locations in DFW and Houston that support your necessary transitions with full service and affordable workspaces for upgrading or downsizing your current workload. You need to be focused on growth. Trust the office experts and helpful staff at WorkSuites to take care of everything else, from dedicated phone lines and internet to furnished executive and co-working spaces. The OBBM network has tripled our business in the short months we've been with WorkSuites and encourages you to step out boldly, make the tough decisions, and get back to work your way. Your nation depends on it. The OBBM network acknowledges that this is a pivotal time in history, and it is clear the United States of America has been undermined by many of our elected officials for some time now. We want our local business audience to stand strong in the face of what we now understand, and to be empowered to grow our businesses on the local level beyond the limitations that have been imposed upon us. We believe it is in our national interest to inspire our communities through strong economic development, and additionally to hold our elected officials accountable for accurate representation of we the people. For that reason, we encourage you to go to WeStandForFreedom.com to learn about the National Write Your Congressman organization that has been the trusted communication tool for local communities for over 60 years. Learn how your representatives are voting. Understand the laws and regulations under consideration on the state and federal level before they are enacted at the county and city levels. Communicate directly with these officials and stand up for yourself, for by doing so, you will protect the communities you serve from tyrannical rule and unconstitutional reforms. The OBBM network is the premier voice for local business, and we take that responsibility seriously. The OBBM network has everything you need to grow and transition your business for success on popular syndicated podcast networks, Roku and other video channels, and the OBBM network app. We work for you, local business, and we've got your back.
Hi, welcome back. Larry Courtcamp with Pointz, and we're talking today with Blake Hale of WorkSuites. WorkSuites is a solution to your work problem as far as locations. Gives you an alternative office, another place for you to conduct your all-important business. And today, in the current environment that we have, this is a very important solution for many more people than really think it is a good solution for you. Blake, before we went to break, we were talking about some things that we were changing maybe because of the COVID issue. Have you seen an uptick in people searching out this solution because of COVID?
Yes, we actually are starting to see more people that, that may have lost their jobs or been furloughed that are, making that decision to become an entrepreneur, that really want to get, a business address or even get their first time office. We're really excited to help them.
Do they get a dedicated phone number?
They do get a
with their
dedicated
office?
phone number.
That's very helpful. So they don't have to operate off their cell phone or something that's off a personal line. They actually get a business phone. And who answers that business phone?
So if you have a full-time office space with us, our receptionists can answer the phone for you, act like they are with your business, and then transfer the number back to a number of your desire if you would like. Or they can have it ring directly to a voicemail. They can have it ring directly to an outside line. It's really whichever one you kind of prefer.
Gotcha. Do you find that this appeals to a certain type of business more than others?
Not necessarily a certain type. We definitely do get a lot more of professionals, solo professionals. We do get some corporations. I mean, we have large space as well as not only just the single person or two-person office space.
Well, from a corporate standpoint, obviously you pointed out earlier, which I think is a very valid point, you're flexible on your terms. Whenever you're leasing office space, traditionally that comes with a 3 to 5 year time span that you're obligating yourself for. So one reason I think this is an effective space is because it can be a temporary solution to a problem. If we're going to relocate or train or do something of that nature, you can actually use something for maybe 3 months, 6 months, whatever that happens to be to solve a problem, and you're not obligated to having that long-term solution for it. I can't stress enough in today's environment, we have got to get small business back to work. And I, for one, think this is an excellent solution for doing that. We've been confined to our home offices for far too long. We've got to get out and get back into the cities and back into making things happen on a more personal level. And being able to have someplace else to go, even if your company or your corporation does not open or it's not conducive for you to do, I find that this is a very valuable solution to that problem. And since you are flexible on your terms, I think it fits so many different solutions that people really need to think outside the box a little bit, because this is different maybe than what they've done on a more mainstream level. So, well, Blake, we know you, obviously. You're the guy that helps us do everything we need to do here. Exactly what is your position within WorkSuites for this location?
So for this location, I'm the sales consultant. I can help anybody with any location. I'm the one that's stationed here at the Allen location that gives the tours. So any new client that comes in to see this location will deal with me personally. And one thing that I like to do is, take the time to get to know you, see what your goals are for your company, see how I can help you make your company be the best that it can be.
I know you were very informative for us and very supportive for us. You're right there whenever we need anything. You're very eager to help, which leads me to the staff as well. I find that so refreshing that the staff here is very happy. They're very happy. They're very informative. They're eager to assist you in any way that you do. Is that something that the company cultivates? Is that the norm for what we're going to find?
Absolutely. At all our locations, what I found out I've only been with the company since February, and I have found that everybody I work with loves coming to work every day. And I think a lot of that starts with Flip Howard, our CEO. He has really instilled this kind of environment in us and how we love to come to work every day. When I, came about WorkSuites, I fell in love. I wanted to come work here so bad that I wouldn't take no for an answer.
So Blake, we've talked about everything except how we find you. How are people supposed to get in touch with you? Is there a website, an email, a phone number for you?
Absolutely. So the best thing to do is to come visit us at our website at worksuites.com. And then there you'll be able to find our direct sales number and reach out to a live sales consultant too. We also do have a chat feature. If you don't necessarily want to speak to someone on the phone, you can chat with a live person right then and there as well.
Now, can they arrange to come by and see a location, take a tour? How does that process actually work when they've decided to come in and investigate it?
Absolutely. We always welcome walk-ins. We would love for people just to walk in, just to come check us out, really see if it's the right vibe that you are looking for your business. We also accept scheduled tours. So really anything just to get you in the door to see us.
How complicated is the process to actually rent space? I know we've made it sound like you've got a very flexible atmosphere when it comes to that, but is the process complicated to rent space here?
It's not. It's a very easy e-signed document. It's just an agreement between the client and WorkSuites. Takes all of 5 minutes. I've even had some clients sit and fill it out in my office before leaving for the day.
Is it kind of a first and last type situation? What is required in order to obtain a space financially? Do they have to do anything because it's month to month? Is there a security deposit, anything they'd have to put down?
So the good thing about us is some places will offer a full month's rent for security deposit. One thing that we offer is we offer half month. So it's the price of the office for the first month plus half month service retainer. And then there's just a small setup fee just to get you set up in our system, get you set up with phones and everything like that.
And it's flexible as far as when they can move in. They're not tied to being on the 1st or the 15th or whatever. It's whatever suits their schedule the best.
Absolutely. So if you wanted to come in and we had an office ready for you, we could have you set up within the next few days.
Does that count as far as the phones are concerned as well? Or is there a delay in getting a phone, or are they already ready to go and assigned when you get your space?
When you get your space, they are set. Now, it will take a day or two to get you set up in the system, and that's typically when you get the phone line. But I mean, we've had some people move in the very next day. They wait a day to get their phone, and they're already on the ground running.
Well, Blake, our goal today was to introduce our audience to WorkSuites. We feel that this is a wonderful solution for what we do, and we know it'd be perfect for just about everybody out there. We just want them to consider doing this as an alternative to what they've done in the past. It's a beautiful solution for many applications. So I want to thank you for being with us today. We've told people how to get in touch with you, And us here at the OBBM Network, we're very glad to have you as a sponsor and a partner with us in what we do with our actions. Thank you all for joining us today. Again, it's Blake Hale. The company is WorkSuites. We're glad you tuned in, and we hope you take advantage of this wonderful company.
To be a guest or request sponsorship information, contact the Court Camp Group at 972-824-8001 today. Production and programming information requests for the OBBM Network should be directed to Offbeat Business Media by calling 214-714-0495 or send your request to info@offbeatbusiness.com. This Pointz TV, podcast, and radio show are produced by Offbeat Business Media for the OBBM Network. Unauthorized use of logos, audio, video, or reproduction is strictly prohibited.